So let me do this. And then this. Let's see if our server, our Gatsby thing is still working. Cannot find model. Okay, so probably let's do like yarn and reinstall everything. Okay. Let me tweet again. No, you're not late. I'm actually, I was a little bit late, like 2 minutes, because I was kind of doing some more of a setup, but all is good. I didn't start yet. I'm just checking the Gatsby project, and I think I need to reinstall stuff. So yeah. So let's do like a quick check. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Is all good? Yay, that's nice. Awesome. Oh, welcome back. So let's run again our stuff and see if the website is working. All right. So it's still building some more stuff. Cool. So if we go here and go to localhost 8000. Awesome. We have the blank page. All right. So I was looking for some resources to use today, maybe some like fancy SVG graphics, like the new fancy landing pages now all have these like characters or personas that are drawn in. And I was looking for some resources, and my buddy Stefan Udis had a nice blog post about useful graphic resources. And he also like posts a lot in his blog, a lot of useful informations about web development in general and JavaScript. So you might want to check it out. I will post the link for the resources. So this is something that you can also check out. And one thing that interests me is, like I said, these drone personas. You can see here, these are like images and SVGs, and we can take some of these and, for example, like, I don't know, maybe this can also work out with our theme. Maybe something like this also, and we can change it to a different color. So to fit like our color scheme. But let's go back to Figma and see. So yesterday we kinda sorta agreed on this logo. And if we take the color here, let's see, can I just take the color and then maybe go to the website here and then change it. And you can see it's like changing like the theme. So this is nice, like work together. We can probably take this one, for example, and then we can do, okay, download this SVG. And then since we have this, like this inside of media, we can do UDraw, work together. We can save it there. We will clean it up later. So the idea is, what I want to do is, or the way I imagine it, there will be like the logo on the top. And then I will divide it into kind of 3 sections. And in every section, the first one will be like a banner with maybe the subscription field, like to collect emails. That's important if you want to do a pre-launch. So you want to collect some emails. And then the second one will be also another block with probably one of these images. Let's say maybe this one. Let's download this one. And then some more of a slogan or something. And maybe, yeah, I like this shared workspace also. We can do this. So we can start with like three SVGs, and we move from there. All right. Okay. So we collected this stuff. We have our logo here, and okay, let's go to here, and then where is it? Desktop. We have a lot of crap. Rubber goose, and then media. And I think like in the logo here, there is some, okay. Yeah. I think this is already like open here. So yeah, we can name it logo. All right, so let's start. Let's start by finishing up like the configuration. We said last time that we will be using Tailwinds. So let's use Tailwinds. Let me split this terminal into 2. Here we'll have the process always running, and then here we'll start adding some more stuff. So first thing in Tailwind, we can do npx Tailwind init. So this will generate a base configuration file for Tailwind CSS. And it's gonna be like this, and it's basically empty. We will see later if we wanna extend the Tailwind config, we will do it here. Otherwise, all is good. And now we need to also create another file, call it post css dot, I think, config.js. And then here this will be module.exports, and then equal to this. And here we need plugins, and the plugin will be require where is it? Tailwind CSS. And I think with that also comes already the auto prefixer. So here we're, this is kind of telling the post CSS, hey, use these plugins when you process your CSS. And also in the config, we might need to add it. It's not here, so we can add it probably here. This will be Gatsby. Gatsby, what is it? Plugin. I think it's SaaS. Is it? Let's see. Let's just do some Googling. Gatsby post CSS. Okay, let's see the plugin here. Let's see. Okay, Tailwind, Gatsby. I think there is some resources. Yeah, Tailwind CSS and then Gatsby.js. Okay, so we will init. We install this plugin post CSS. So let's add this plugin. So let me add and then add this plugin. Hopefully it won't take so long. Okay, that's cool. Then we will need to add this. This is, we did already. We created this one. We added the Tailwind. All good. Or maybe we had also plugin SaaS. And okay, so that's fine. We have this config here. And then we have the Tailwind config. So let's stop our server and then run it again. Okay, that's nice. What is this? Tailwind. And I think also, what is it? Installations. In Tailwind, we need to create this file here. Let's say we will go to src and then here create styles. And then maybe call it Tailwind CSS. And then paste this. And since the layout is imported everywhere, so we can import the style actually directly from there. So we can do import. And then here, this will be, we are here, we go on, so styles, Tailwind, CSS. Okay, seems to be fine. So maybe let's try something. So if we go to our index and inside of the layout, let's have an h1 tag and then say hello world, and this will have class name, maybe text XL. Inspect it and then see. Seems like it's not working. There's something is not working here. Okay, let's see how I did it in some other projects. Maybe my wife's blog. Let's see how we did it. So we have a post CSS config, and it has these two. And in the Gatsby config, we have this post CSS. Okay. Gatsby config. Okay. It's called post CSS. I had maybe the wrong. Then let's stop the server and then run it again. Oh man, configuration is always. You think everything would work like from the first try, but never do. It's building. Yeah. And then we go here. Yeah, you can see here, it's applied as applied. You can see here, like if I remove text XL, it's gone. We can add stuff like, okay, text blue 300, for example, 500, 600, and these are all like Tailwind's classes. All right, great. So first thing, let's get the entire HTML file or like the body to have our color, which is this one here, ECEF something. So maybe we can find a closer color in Tailwind and then take it from there, because you want to use maybe the Tailwind colors to keep everything aligned. So we can have here like background color, and let's go to, so where is it? Let's grab also the Figma one, just put it on the side here to be able to see, okay, something closer to that. Weird that like the blue is maybe this purple 200. Yeah, or like 100. Purple 100, right? I think this might be it. Purple 100. Okay, so let's try it. Let's put it there. We can, for example, like go here if you want to apply it to body. Since we can't, we can do it in Gatsby, but we can here easily do body, and then for the body we can say apply, and then apply. What do you want to apply? We want to apply this purple 100. And then we hit save. And then if we go here, yeah, let's try 200 maybe, and then see. I don't know, 100 is fine. Yeah, this looks fine, right? Isn't it close to this one, right? Yeah. Awesome, cool. So we have the background and the benefit why we use such things. So let's say in the future we wanna change this purple 100, for example, to be maybe a little bit darker or something. We don't need to come back in our CSS and change that color. Since we need just to override the config, we can do that in the Tailwind config. Like in the extended here, we can extend that color and change, for example, we change it to something else if you want a specific color. And anything that's mentioning that BG purple 100, it will change later. So that's a useful thing to use. All right. So let's go to index and start looking at what we want to build. So first thing, maybe we'll need a header. And then inside of this header, maybe we will need like the logo. So let's, so this header will have a class name of container. This is a very useful class in Tailwind. And if we go here and then search for container by default, it will have, for example, if we say, okay, it's container, it will be 100%. And then the max width will be max width will be 640. If the screen is smaller than 640, it will be this value. If it's bigger, and so on. And then the biggest width that can take it's 1280. So this will help already with having some sort of a responsive design. All right, so this is a container. Our logo will go here. What we can do with the logo is come here. This is already like, we don't need this color. We want this stuff. Okay, come on. Okay, in Figma, we can actually right click and say, where is it? Copy, and copy as SVG. And there's a nice tool. It's called, let's get Figma out of the way, make this window bigger. It's called SVG OMG. This will help us clean up and optimize our SVGs. So we can go here and then paste the markup. We can have a preview, and you can see here it's like from 42 kilobyte, it's down to like 40% to 18. So we can copy this and then come back to our HTML page, paste this SVG, and like hit save to get some formatting. We don't want the width and height. And then here we can apply, we can actually maybe wrap this in a div. and get this SVG moved up one notch. I just made a copy, so it's fine. I can remove this. Oh man. Yeah, maybe move it here. Save. If we look at our page now, okay. Yeah, there's a few things that we need maybe to fix. Let's see. There's this closing div that I don't know what does it. What is this? Okay, we need to close this div. And then there's already there's no opening div, so here we need an opening div. Okay, this looks better. You can see the logo is so big, so we can use Tailwind's like utility classes to resize this. So here we can say width like 6, and then H auto. Let's say what will give us? It's very, very, very small, maybe 16. So maybe also we can center our content. So I think if we do MX auto. So what MX stands for margin on the X axis. So margin left and right will be auto, and this will help us to center our container. You can see here if we inspect, you can see here it's like centered. I don't know if it's like yeah, it looks like probably we need to go even like 36 or something. Have a bigger logo. 36 not. 24. Or instead of, where is it? This is the div. So instead of width, probably let's try H16. No. And then width 24. No. Okay, let's try with the width, but we try bigger. Maybe 20. No. 24. Still like, yeah, 32 looks okay. So far 32 looks okay. So let's do, okay, maybe let's do 48 and then see. Yeah, 48 it's okay, and maybe the header also will give it some padding, so we can do a P8. So to have a padding of 8 unit all around. So here this is nice now. We have all of this. That's good. Let's remove the footer for now. It's kind of a bit annoying. So let's remove this footer all the way down. We will add it later. All right, so this is a good start of our SaaS app landing page. So here's the logo. maybe we will maybe later on we will add like a login button or something here, but that's or maybe like a sign up or something. Let's do a sign up button, because why not? So we can actually go to some components here and then pick a button from Tailwind, something like, I think this might be okay. We can change some of something like this or this blue. Yeah, and then we can change the color to be like purple. Okay, let me pick this, and since we are in here, this is the logo. Let's close that div. We close this SVG, and then here we can have another div that has this button, and then this will be, instead of blue you will use purple, maybe purple here, and then hit save. And this one we can say, okay, sign up. Okay, so it looks okay, but we need to bring this one here. That can be simply achieved by setting this one to flex, and we can do space between, so this will do like flex space in between. Come on, is it still building? This is weird. Is it space flex? Let's go to Tailwind space between. Flex start, flex center, space between. Is it content between? I thought was different. Did something change? Align content. I think it's so. Let's say content between. Am I saving? This is weird. Okay, let's do it in the. So here I said flex, and I said, okay, let's look for flex align items, so item center, and then content between, and start starting. Why this is not? Why this is not working? Yeah, justify between, I think we need to use, but let's use it in here. I think maybe it's justify between, but that doesn't. This is weird. I think. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Great. Thanks. It's yeah. It was like space between. I think I use a different version, but now it's like okay, justify between. Or maybe it's like even written here and I didn't even justify content. Of course, yeah, here. I'm like sometimes super dumb. All right, cool. This looks like a beginning of a nice landing page, right? So let's add a link to this one to like when you click on it, it will take you to the homepage always. But I mean, we can add it later. So let's add. So here, this is like part of the header, but I think this whole header maybe can also be moved to the layout, because for also other pages we might need the same thing. So maybe we can put it here and then save, and then save this one here. And then if we refresh, yeah. So now this is like the header that will be shared across pages. So whenever any page we use and we wrap it in layout, we'll have that. So that's nice. Maybe also we can go to this. No, we leave the main fine here. Okay, so we are done with the header. Let's start with the first section that we want to do. So this one also will give it a class name of let's say container, and we do mx auto and we hit save. And here we'll have one section to the left. Probably we'll have an h1, since this is like the first maybe h1 of the page. And we can do maybe rubber goose, and maybe we'll have a paragraph. Debug. Where was the what was the slogan that we had with debug your brain with rubber goose? So we can say okay, debug your brain with rubber goose. And so this is like the left one, and then the right section we will have something like one of the SVGs that we downloaded. So if you go back again, which one? So maybe we can take this one and open with maybe let's just drag it into Figma, and then drag it into oh come on, I want Figma. So let's get this one, throw it in here, zoom out, get it probably somewhere else here, and I will copy as SVG, and we go to the SVG OMG, also try to optimize it, copy it again, and then put it in here. So let's paste the SVG. We remove the width and height because we don't need that. And all right, what we need to do is we have this like first section, so we can set, okay, this is flex, and also justify between, and here we can say, okay, class name, let's say, okay, width, I want this to be half of the page, and I want it to be the same for this section. So now if we go to our page, hopefully you can see, hey, we can see some stuff. So this, now we need to style the text and have it a little bit centered. Maybe we want this to be like a little bit smaller. So maybe we can say height is 64, maybe. Is this something that will probably work or not? I don't know. Or maybe we can move this to the SVG itself. Class name with 64. I don't know. Is there X? Let's see how big is the width value, because we can still like extend it anyway. SVG. So let's see. We go to the classes, width. No, I want here width. And the biggest one probably, yeah. How about we do height 64, apply it and remove the width. That will be the same. How about like even a little bit bigger? But yeah, I think we will start with this. Okay, let's set it to width 64 and then do some text here. Improve the text. So justify between, and then I think it's items center. Yeah, so the text is kind of also aligning here. MX, but this doesn't look like it's aligned. Why this one has all this? So if you remove this width, okay, maybe if we remove this between, and then justify is center, because I kind of want this to be a little bit this way. Maybe this one is would be okay. Let's take this to be with 1/3, and this is with 2/3, or maybe remove the entire like width stuff. We don't need this, and what we're gonna do is just center them and then add some padding around. So there was a question, hello, what is the JAMstack? So JAMstack stands for JavaScript API and markup. That's the idea of it. Basically, the vision is to have things as much as you can, like pre-rendered, to use technologies based on JavaScript. So you have like a static assets or a website that's client side, and you extend its functionality by APIs. So the idea is to build as much logic as you can into the client, and if you need some more stuff like payment, sending emails or database, you can extend your website through APIs. And the client side part, if you have a lot of rendering and stuff client side, you can optimize this further by pre-rendering that. So if you deploy just HTML files, and then these HTML files will rehydrate into an app, that would be even an ideal approach. So that's the idea behind JAMstack. Does that answer your question? All right, so here probably then now we can do class name, and then we do margin, where is it, left. Maybe we can do like padding 16 from both sides. Yeah, cool, awesome. And now let's get this text fixed, or like, so here maybe we can make the text bigger. Let's say text 6XL. Okay, and then here, yeah, for the font probably we will explore like adding fonts, hopefully like later on, but we can like start from here. So okay, so looking at our page, now we can see, okay, we have this thing, it's landing page here. Maybe we can add some like subscribing fields. Yeah, let's do that. So here probably we'll have a form, and then inside of the form we will have, okay, label. We can say, okay, maybe subscribe or something, or we can have like something like, okay, email, and here we can do HTML4. This will be for the email thing, and then here we will have input. I think it will be type email, since we have now this is supported. This will have ID of email and probably name of email. We will I'll show you how we integrate this. Probably if we can't make it this stream, the next stream we can look at how to make this really actually add user to your mailing list. We will like go through that. So let's take a look. Yeah, here we have like we will do some styling, obviously. So maybe look at here, go to components. And like, yeah, this looks fine. Let's see, go to forms and steal some nice CSS. This this looks kind of okay. This is also, let's look at something. This is not bad. I like, actually, I like this. This one, we can change this line to a different color. So maybe let's steal just this one. And we will remove also the cancel button. So let's do this. And then all the class, change them to class name because this is React. And we need to close all the inputs. And then here, all the inputs. Is there like something wrong? No, we don't close this one. That's a button. What am I doing? Okay. Looks like it's fixed. So we have that. Okay. This will be email. Maybe this will be like jane@doe.com. Aria label. We can change this to email. This is the button here. We don't need the cancel button, so let's remove it. And change the teal to purple, probably. So we'll do purple. And then go back to our website. Yay! You can see it's looking nice, looking good. Maybe you can add some paddings or stuff like that. Maybe M top. So MT is like margin top, and then do 6. Yeah, we can even like maybe increase it further. Maybe 8. Yeah, this is not bad. Okay. How does it look so far? Do you enjoy the design, or maybe I can also like zoom a little bit so you can see it. Awesome, cool. Okay, so let's try to add some more blocks like this one using the SVGs that we have. Probably I'll add another block or two, and then we'll call it a day or a night. All right, slogan should be bigger. Yeah, why not? Let's instead of a P, let's make it H. I think usually it's H4, like semantically, and then maybe make it just XL. How about now? Yeah, I think it looks good, but maybe let's add some more sections to this. So this is like our first kinda. Let's see. So maybe we can duplicate this, and okay. So if we duplicate this, and then now I wanna replace this with another SVG, put it this way, and then other text we will put it this way. So let's first replace this SVG. So I can go here, and then I will share like the code later, like the repository and all that. All of that I will share it later. Don't worry about it. So okay, if we save now, we have no SVG. That's fine. We can maybe use this one. So again, doing the Figma thing, drag it somewhere here, right click, and then copy it as SVG, go to my favorite tool, SVG OMG, paste it, copy this, and then go back here and paste this SVG, and probably we will need to remove the width and height, and then give it a class name. I don't remember which width we gave it to the other one, but I think it's like width 64. And here, yeah, here it's nice, it's scaled. So let's put this here and this one here. This is just a matter of copying this div. Where is it? Okay. Copying this. And then add it after this one. So it's gonna be here. Yep. And now maybe we'll first remove this form. We don't need this form. Yeah. And now since it's not semantically correct to have multiple H1s in the page, we'll change this to H2. And then what should be the slogan for this one, or like the header? Maybe you can say work with another goose or something, but we want this to be more inclusive, like work with another, like maybe we can have a neutral like name, avoiding like maybe you can say, okay, work better or solve problems faster. And maybe here get together, or like share your I don't know, let's do something like get some help with or from And now let's say experts or something. We will revise these. Like, I'm no copywriter, but also obviously the text here, since it's H2, maybe can be for Excel, because this is the thing that needs to be attract attention first, and it's like with a sign up, and then yeah, this is the other section. Probably we need to add some margin to separate both of these. So empty, maybe also like 16. Yeah. Okay, so all right, so let's see if, like, I don't think like this will be like at least for now responsive. So yeah, I think probably I will let me add another section, and then I will like call it a night. And then tomorrow what we will do is make this a form functional, make the design responsive, and deploy the page somewhere like on Netlify, or and then link it to the actual domain name that we bought the previous stream. Does that sound good? So let me copy again. Awesome. Because I don't want to also like I hope you're not like bored and you find this useful. No, I don't want this. Get it on. So this is a section, and this is another section here. And this is boom, boom. Okay. So let's copy another section. And then this whole SVG thingy needs to go to replace it by the other SVG. All right. So again, and then Figma, and then copy, paste, copy as an SVG. Go to the browser, do the markup. This might be do we okay, so I think this looks much better now. So let's copy as an SVG and then paste it, because I want to remove this background, keep it like kind of transparent. Paste. Yeah, that's much better. And then copy it here, and yeah, paste it. And I want to remove the width and height, and then give it a class name with 64, and then here margin top 16. And let's go to our page. Yay! And then here let's remove this sign up, because I just copy pasted other stuff. So the whole form should be gone. And then this will be in H2. This will be 4x, and then here work together, and then here maybe we can say, okay, work together, celebrate together, something like that. Work together, celebrate together, solve problems faster, get some help from expert, and then this is the rubber goose. So yeah, I think this looks nice, except the copying. If I see something like this, I might be interested in maybe doing something. Does it look kind of real life professional somehow, or what do you think? The three people watching. Oh, thank you. Looks fine for now. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I think I will call it for tonight. I think we have a beautiful page with nice colors and stuff. We might need to add the footer and stuff. But tomorrow what we will do is add our email client and start collecting emails. So make this form actually working. We will use probably ConvertKit since they have a free tier. So tomorrow maybe I will prepare like a free account ConvertKit and then add it here so to be able to submit emails and make this one responsive. And I will show you also how to connect it with Netlify and also push it to GitHub and have this build every time you push code. All right. Cool. I guess then I'll see you tomorrow. And thanks for coming back, Code Brother and Lucy. I think I saw you also yesterday in the stream. Okay. I guess that's it. I would say bye. See you tomorrow.